Wow, someone else is here. Oh, hello everyone. My name is Decker Link, the Trained On Professional, and welcome to Admire. This is my, oh, he's Kyle, Caleb. So kind of them to join me and drive me here. Because this is not my car. I don't even own a car. Here's Caleb. Hello. This is our first stop. This is the school. This is where I went to school, K through 6. It's the front door. My mom used to take pictures of us in front of. There's a museum in there now. Yeah, it's the Northland County Museum now. Open 7 through 9 a.m. the 4th Saturday of every month. Really can't afford this shit. That's the compound. That's the Latino district over there. This is a tornado shelter. It's also a fallout shelter. Now, if you walk over here, you can see where the old and the new. But this part was here when I fucking went to school here. But you can see where this used to be a high school. Then they added onto it and made it an elementary school. This is the front. Obviously, the school isn't here anymore. It's not an active school. But this is where we used to line up after school, where the buses would go. You can see around there. It's where the buses would turn and all that. We would stand. There was a tree in this little dip here. We used to stand here and wait for the buses to go, so the people who are walking home could drive home could walk home safely. This sidewalk right up here. This is where I got attacked by people on bikes and had rocks thrown at my head, because the Flint Hills Nature Trail goes, well, it's where the railroad used to be. You can see the raised ground over there. Yeah. It used to be paved with huge chunks of like asphalt, ground up highway. Like you can see the stripes on them. Yeah. So people on bikes went down there and would use these rocks here as well as those rocks and pelted me, and I was laying in like that ditch for a couple hours unconscious. And nobody noticed, because even though school was still, school was done and people were still in the school, but that wasn't on school property, so they didn't give a shit. They got the little sundial here in memory of Lieutenant Robert Clayton. My uncle cracked this thing by leaning on it. See if I can find the crack. There it is. See this? He leaned on it and pushed the top over. For the longest time, it didn't even have a top on it, but now it does. Jesus Christ. Thought that was the fucking cops for some reason. See those windows there?
The ones below or the ones that...
Below.
Yeah.
That's the girls' locker room. On the other side is the fallout shelter. This serves as the tornado shelter, food pantry, community center, and the city office. And the museum. Just has all the things in it. There's this bell over here. This used to be the actual school bell. Not when I was here, but like...
4 years?
Yeah, back when my dad was going to school here. It's like my dad went to school here. I went to school here. This old bell erected by the alumni of AHS 1937. You can see up there, Admire Rural High School, 1925. It's an old ass building. This whole like swamp that they made this. They wanted a lake, so they dug a big hole, put water in it, and thought that was it. Now we got a fucking swamp. It's fantastic. I attempted cunnilingus in this little stairway down there. Oh, this is depressing. This is our old,
schoolyard?
Yeah, this was...
It's just overgrown.
Yeah.
Well, this one is. That one's well maintained.
Oh yeah, that's the city park. This was the school park. No, this is the school playground. I'm almost scared to walk in this thing.
I got boots. Okay.
You can almost guarantee there's fucking snakes in here. There used to be a merry-go-round where the circle is.
Yeah.
Too many injuries caused them to take it out. Walking through the forest here. What we used to do for fun.
Yeah.
A couple things we used to do on this fucking yard here. See, that's the science room right there.
Yeah.
That's the library, those two over there. Our actual fucking fire plan
Jump out the window?
was jump out the window. But during playground, during recess, we would kick the ball against the wall to annoy the teacher. She eventually said no to that. But the other thing we would do is we would start over here. We'd start against this wall, and we'd run and jump off of this log and see how far we'd get. Try it, Kyle. You're the only one here that can, Kyle. Unless you want to try. I got a gimp leg, a gimp foot.
If you'll do it with me, yeah.
All right. So you start with your back against the wall, or at least 1 foot touching the wall. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so Kyle won that, but you know.
I was gonna stumble because I was stepping in here and going.
Yeah. All right, so these buildings are actually 2 trailers that they put here. That was the 4th and 5th grade rooms. This was the 5th. Actually, it was the 3rd and 4th.
Which you can get into, as you can see.
Oh
the
shit!
window's open.
The window is busted. Holy fuck!
The first window, they have a second plane there.
That's true. But this is the 4th grade room. On the other side is the 3rd. There's the special needs room over there, and that was a computer lab. When we would line up for, you know, the line leader and all that, the line leader would stand here on this little. It's just what they had for the pipe. That door leads to the cafeteria. It used to be this like killer door that you just pushed open.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's.
gonna guess this is the kitchen?
Yeah, that was part of the kitchen.
Really, the fridge has the kitchen.
Oh, I saw.
The fridge has a kitchen in it? Yeah. Trying to be sarcastic. So in order to get to your classroom as a 3rd or 4th grader, you had to come in here and go inside here.
Honestly, it looks like one of those, like, if you came at night, it looks like the place would be fucking haunted.
I wouldn't be surprised. I once came here with my camera to film a collab video with a YouTuber that doesn't even do videos anymore. I just propped the camera up on that fan there and squatted. The video isn't even online anymore.
Like most of your old videos.
No kidding.
It's somewhere. You know it's gotta be somewhere.
So, some dude in Taiwan downloaded it and
Yeah.
reposted it somewhere.
That's the old water tower, just a big green stick. That is a very shiny car for someone, for admiring. Exactly. It's like one family over there, but there's like 4 houses that all live on each other. This building is for rent. You can rent out this building.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, for super cheap too. So I've been considering, like, one day I'll save up and just rent this whole building and just do this whole, like, I went to school here, can you fucking believe this shit videos. On the left, you're gonna see
Corn?
well, not quite, not direct left, but once we get up here, we're gonna see a couple things that are new.
Houses.
Yeah, first of all, this White House over here.
Yeah.
That's where the Parkses used to live, but now
It looks abandoned.
yeah, it looks like it's been bought out by the Coons, who have built this pink house. Like,
That's like a reddish pink, I'd say.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've built a salmon-colored house on the front yard of Parks' old house. It's a nice looking house, but it feels like sacrilege almost. Saw a naked girl in that house once. That house is haunted. Once saw a specter come out of there. That was creepy as shit.
Oh, there's a dog.
Isn't it?
Where's the dog? Oh,
Just right there.
just
out.
chilling. What's up, pupper? What's up, pupper?
Lots of tractors here.
Lots of tractors here. This whole block is owned by the Goulds. But we're going to talk more about this block later in just a little bit. But we got... This is where my friend Katie White used to live. She's still my friend now, but you know, she don't live here no more. And someone actually lives here now. Oh, that's good. And it looks like they got kids. That's where Jonathan used to live. Oh, and they got rid of the little swings. A nice Confederate flag and a fridge out on the lawn. Couple fridges out on the lawn. Wow. This building is more and more destroyed. The back fell down during a storm, and goodness, and then there's this building.
That building says power when the light bulbs is on.
Yeah.
Right, left or straight?
Left.
Are they still using the building?
Probably for something.
And look, it's a hostess truck.
Yeah, it's an old hostess truck. This is where they used to have the cafe, as you can see.
The Last Chance Cafe.
Do you have 2 quarters? That building used to be a game store.
Wow.
Had a
We can go in.
sexual experience there.
Like there's a back wall.
That guy, that's the house of the guy that tried to shoot me. He actually tried to shoot me on the grounds of this church over here. It was over there, shot me with a shotgun, left. But yeah, I was standing right there when he shot at me.
With a shotgun.
Yeah. This house is just gone. There used to be a house here, but it is gone now.
Did he hit you at all?
No, he missed. Alright, now this is going to be one where you go like super slow. That is where left. This is where the Dietrichs, I don't know if Walt still's there, but Cindy's gone. There's a little cat. This lot right here, go ahead and like park. This lot is where my house used to be.
Hold on.
Don't get so far onto the land, please.
Because that's not public land. Someone
That's why I
owns
went
it.
like this.
This is where I used to live. That cement pat that he now has his fucking trailer on was our back porch. Trailer used to be there. It's our driveway. They've redone the driveway by the looks of it. Cut down all the trees.
Planted new trees.
Planted new trees by the looks of it. That's nice.
At least he's taking care of it.
Well, he certainly took care of it in a way. This is where I used to live for the first 16 years of my life. Cut down so many trees. And, this is where it used to happen.
That doesn't look like a safe place to park your car.
No, it's not. That car's probably broken.
It has a broken window.
That house, that purple house right there, is where my dad used to live. And my grandparents used to actually live in the trailer before we did. Anyway, I think I've seen enough of that. Let's get the figgity fuck out of here. Feels like they moved the driveway.
Kind of looks like they did because it's
Yeah, they fucking moved the driveway. So they just got rid of my driveway and put in a new one, and this is where the Whites used to live. They've completely changed this place, and where Jonathan used to live. You can take a right. It's a black American flag with one red stripe. What does that mean?
it's police.
Ah,
It's in support of the police.
nice. Used to walk on this street a lot. One of the only streets in town that had any cell phone signal. This is the people who burned my fucking house down. Enjoy your fucking Hummer, you piece of shit. Oh, little kitty. Meow, meow, kitty. Meow, meow. Wow, whoever's living here now, I mean, if Walt's still here, I mean, that's his truck. But I think maybe his kids are living here now, left. So they have done Hondas with that. They've changed a lot since I was here last.
My question is why those guys burned down your house?
They bought it and it was broken down and old, and
No.
It was cheaper to
just burn it down and use the land. Random stone bench in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, what's around?
I like this house because they got a little train in the back there. There's a house back there too. That was there though. That house used to belong to a girl named Vicky Stair. And I was once told if I wanted to get laid, just ask her because she would do it with anybody.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she moved before I had a chance to ask her that.
Is this the Depression Bridge up here?
This is the Depression Bridge, but we're going to pull up past it and then we'll get out of the car to look at. Yeah, 1-lane bridge, man.
I feel
This is
claustrophobic.
a very old.
I don't want the bridge to collapse.
Oh no, trust me, you're good. I used to walk all the way out here just to come to this bridge and be alone / quiet. Yeah, this is it, man. I have no idea the name of this little babbling brook. What I would do is I would sit right here. There's a fucking McDonald's bag right down there. Now, I went here with Dan, I think it was, in the wintertime. And we went over to this side. Oh!
Careful, we don't want you to fall over. Dan, maybe, you know.
Yeah. And,
there's some more parts of the underbridge.
yeah. And, something that happened was, this was all frozen over. Someone had dumped a deer in here.
Oh, wow.
And it landed on the ice and didn't go under. So it was just splattered deer all over this. I tried to go fishing here once with my dad, but my lure got caught in those trees over there.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you can still...
Manure is right.
Yeah, I can see a little bag from manure in there. See if you can... See, there it is. But you can see there's a line on the thin part that comes out here.
Oh, I see it.
That's mine.
Huh.
That's my mark on this place. After everything that happened, just a little piece of twine.
Just left.
Yep.
That and I think a deer carcass right down there.
Or at least bones. At
Yeah.
this point.
Something. A lot of bugs. I don't spit in one bulb. I'd come here and sing my heart out and think about jumping off every single time, and I never did. Never did.
Yeah, I think you just splash into the water.
Yeah, it would hurt. I might break my leg and not be able to get out and drown, but I'm not dying upon impact.
No, you need a lot higher than that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's parts of Admire.
Cheery Town, USA.
Yeah, no kidding. Take a right where it says flood area ahead.
Oh, fun.
This bridge, not a depression bridge. This is a bridge where I took a former girlfriend of mine, and there was this fucking four-wheeler that kept driving by.
Yeah.
And so we decided, I was like, he kept seeing us just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. So finally on the last one we were like, you know what, let's pretend we're fucking. And so we pretended to fuck while he drove by. Oh, look at that moss. It's like it's just a one layer of moss. And then over there,
I'm not comfortable driving across a bridge like this, personally.
It's a solid slab. There's...
It doesn't even, like...
I know.
There's just a drainage pipe.
It's the no walls bit is what I'm
Yeah, I feel you. They actually have one of those here. That's crazy. Northern Heights. This is... Yeah. Get a taxidermy cat. Yeah, this is my old high school, man. We tried to walk around, but they don't like people just roaming the halls.
For some reason, it's not like the high school, right?
Yeah, like an active fucking school. Yeah, they got this little NH here.
He's probably moved Kyle so he can...
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
No, you're good. I like walking alongside you. Yeah, I got all these paws and all this stuff. And as you can see, school is currently in session. Just a matter of, the class gets out in an hour and 5 minutes, and we're not sticking around just so I can walk around some empty fucking halls.
And
that's not even like a me trying to ask without asking thing. That's just, I don't even want to do that. Yeah. If that's what I gotta do, then I ain't doing it.
Walk around.
Yeah. Or we can just walk around the premises.
to the state house, bitch.
This is that. My brother drew that when he was going to school here. That's the art room.
7 years ago.
7 fucking years ago.
Almost 8.
Almost, yeah.
I'm honestly surprised I don't spec a tractor that somebody uses to get home.
Oh, there's plenty of like trucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's nicknamed Cow Patty High because that is a cow field over there, and they shit. And
A lot.
Yeah, and the wind generally blows this way, as you can probably hear on the camera.
Fortunately, today it's going from that way towards the tower.
You can still kind of smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Northern Heights.
Google Earth that shit. If you want to see.
God damn. So this is Allen. That is a big ass building. It's where they used to have a school. Now I believe it's a community center. You can take a ride up here.
Built in 1948.
1940 motherfucking 8. But yeah, I went to daycare here. It's where I had my first I don't want to talk about that, but anyway.
He'll tell us, not you.
But yeah, there's a school, and there's now the Child Development Center right there. The new part. That's where they used to just have the little kids daycare, but now it's all there. It's whatever. Oh, straight. And there's the park over there. There's also Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Boy. That looks like an old liquor store.
What, this right here?
Yeah.
That's the old Masonic Lodge. Then you got your Senior Citizen Center and Library. Nice. And SNA telephone.
For us?
Yes.
Okay.
Got a bar there and a post. Oh, no, that's the bar there, and then a little tiny post office.
Well, now it sells salads and pies.
Yeah. There's a house back there that. Yeah, cool. There's a house back there that a friend of mine lives at, and this is where Eat Beef. This is where the superintendent lived when I was going there. And that's it for Allen. This is the Flint Hills Nature Trail. There's one of the many meth houses. This is one of the better kept meth houses, but that's because no one's been there for a while. It's an old meth house. Ooh, there's a big, nice looking house up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's new.
We also got a big ass bird coming our way.
Big ass bird!
And a big ass truck.
Big ass truck. You see, the property values out here are so low. Like, it's so cheap to buy land out here. So people will just randomly buy a plot of land and build a nice ass house on top of it. Look at that.
And then they start up some weird business like Brahmin meat, like those guys did.
Yep, just bison meat.
Oh, I said Brahmin, didn't I?
Yeah. Just some tiny ass business to keep a little cash flow, and then that's it. Like, there's tons of rich people that live in Kansas, and that's probably why we're a red state, but whatever. Alright, so that's it for the Admire part of Allen tour, I guess. Thank you, Kyle, for driving us.
Yep.
Thank you, Caleb, for coming with us.
Good.
That's the second take of doing that, so it's a little fucking weird.
No, it's like the 46th.
Oh, Jesus, how many times do I have to say thank you?
Enough.
58.
It's always a little weird to come back to Admire because it's a place that has so many bad memories attached to it. But that sort of makes it fascinating to me to come back to it when back then I felt so powerless, and now I feel, that I have some control over my life, at least a little bit.
Oh, here I thought you were going to say that you could just bowl them over by yourself.
But yeah, I've changed so much, so to come back to a place that changes so little and yet so much when you pay attention so close to it, it's
mind-boggling.
It's just a little fucking weird.
Well, something that I've always, been taught is your history makes you stronger, no matter the good nor the bad.
Yeah. And so I like to come back to it and visit and see what changes and what never does. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching it. I don't know when I'll ever be back, but I have a feeling that every once in a while I'll be coming back to this town just to take a look.
Probably in the next 20 years, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
When you hit 40 or when you get your first grandkids.
Oh, Jesus. It just seems every couple of years I wind up back here just visiting. I know. Unfortunate thing is, people sometimes get forced back to their past. I'm only ever interested to come back.
Or to show your friends.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been
or your viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Because Kyle had never been here. I'd shown Caleb once before, but his viewers are his friends. Exactly. So, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. I've been the Trained Unprofessional, and I speak for the voices in my head when I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone.
Peace.